Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Jake the Snake 903. What up? So remember, if you want to be house guest of the day, send me a private message on YouTube and I'll hook you up. So there have been some more alliances popping up in the house. I talked about some the other day. There's more. Kenny and Andrew are really, really tight. They have a final two deal. They're always together. And even the three secret house guests in the war room can tell that they have a really strong bond. And they can't even hear them, so you know. Alright, it looks like they're also working with like Sarah and maybe like one other girl. So they got something going on there. I have to say, Canadian Big Brother, like the Big Brother voice, is badass. Adele was like, oh yeah, I got caught trying to cheat during one of the competitions, and Big Brother called him out. So it's kind of sad though that he would even try to cheat like consciously. You're on a game show. But anyway, Big Brother also warned the house guests about their rotten language. They were like, Canada's watching. I'm watching too, and I'm offended. So Paul is going to implode. He doesn't have the security of HOH that he had last week, so he is freaking the F out, and it's really freaking everyone else out. He keeps threatening to say something. You know what, Paul? If you say something, I'm giving up on you. See what I did there? So, all I have to say is, Paul, you're blowing it! He needs to get it together because he's a disaster. Oh my god, it's like, I don't even know. So, we have an oh shit moment that goes along with that. Ika told Andrew that Paul called Andrew a racist and sexist. What? Andrew was pissed off. Okay, so Andrew does not really want to work with a lot of the girls. He keeps saying how, like, he's afraid of them, but, like, he's not a sexist person. He's not racist as far as I can see, but he handled it pretty well. He didn't, like, freak out, but he was really pissed. And it kind of, like, was confusing at first. I'm not really sure if Kyle was somehow involved in all of this, because Andrew kept saying how like Kyle has to go, but I wasn't sure if he actually was part of that or if he was just saying like Paul sucks, but Kyle's more of a threat and needs to go. But then Paul was talking about how he was going to try to like provoke Andrew so that he would punch him in the face and then he'd have to leave. I don't see that happening. Alright, so let's move away from that for a minute and get a war room update. Everyone is loving the secret house guests so far. I'm not sure if that's because they're really awesome or if because they're not playing the game yet, so they're not that annoying yet. It's really hard to tell, but everyone is like, oh my god, can we just get rid of like 3 other house guests and put all of them in the house? You can't do that. But wouldn't that be cool? So, they don't really have that much to do in there, but they're finding things to do. They accidentally broke John's bobblehead. Sorry. They were playing with them all the time. Scott put glitter on Kenny's bobblehead's beard. He was putting makeup on it. He's dressing them all up. He figured out that Kenny is gay. He knows. And he hasn't even heard the man say anything. He's just like, that guy's gay. So, it seems like they're getting along really well, even in these tight quarters, and they're playing the Cheerios game, throw some Cheerios in a cup, and they're playing the what do you think they're saying game. While they're getting along really well, it kind of seems like they're getting a little bit annoyed, possibly with Nate. I think, he's kind of Lucy's crying. He's kind of like on the outskirts of the 3 of them. Like it's 2 and then him. So I don't know, but I guess he's like talking a lot and it's kind of annoying. So the HOH right now with Andrew as HOH, it's kind of like a boys club. Again, not really sexist, but definitely a boys club. And on the outside, Kyle, Adele, and Paul. The 3 D-bags. They're all friends, of course. You can't sit with them! They're not close with the other guys in the house, and they're definitely targets this week. So nominations were today, and as we discussed yesterday, Paul and Netta were nominated. And then the feeds came back and there was some sort of huge blow up, which we didn't get to see because they blocked it out immediately. Yet the 3 house guests in the war room got to see it, and we had to like piece things together by their reactions and their interpretations. But apparently Paul was involved, of course, and I don't exactly know what happened. Hopefully we'll get to see that in tomorrow night's episode, but who knows. I don't know. A lot of people have been complaining that they've been blocking out the feeds too much, and it's really annoying. So hopefully that's just like a beginning of the season thing, and it's not going to be like that for the next however many weeks. But aside from the nominations, the house guests were also given 3 special tasks today to build team stuff. Team building tasks. So the first one, they had to work in pairs with one person in each pair blindfolded to clean up the dirty ass house. And that was a smart move by Big Brother because that house is a pigsty. And they cleaned it up. They did a good job. Check completed. Task number 2 is called Magic Carpet Ride. Everyone had to stand on this one red sheet and flip it over completely without anyone touching the floor. And you couldn't like lift people up or anything. Task completed. Number 3, everyone had to link together with this rope. So it would go like in someone's shirt sleeve, out their pants leg, and then up someone's pants leg and out their shirt sleeve, and so on and so forth. So like, and it was completed. So as a reward, Big Brother will give them a ring, whatever that means. I don't know. It could be an onion ring. It could be a ring of power. It could be a phone call. I don't know what that means, but I guess they're going to get the reward tonight. Question, when is Power Veto? I don't know. Usually it's the day after nominations in the US. I don't know how it works here, so maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's tonight. I don't know. But I hope you will join me for tomorrow's spoiler. And until then, much love.
Edit.